I theorized last week that the Gibas being translated as enemy was a case of the misinterpretation of the definition. But it turns out it's actually far more alien than that. The word Givas doesn't just differ in meaning based on the surrounding context, it flat out has an opposite meaning in the presence of the moon. It's freaking astronomically contextual. That's actually pretty neat. Thus, the episode title You Are Givas means you are friend. With that misunderstanding resolved, Givas departs off to. Well, actually, they leave it weirdly vague whether Givas is headed for the moon or the broader cosmos. It's shown disappearing into the direction of the moon, befitting the context of Givas being from a lunar centric culture. But before that, Yuma was all like, your journey has just begun. And, like, I know the Earth's moon is far away, but relative to how long Givas must have been traveling the empty universe by itself, the moon is just a pop away, you know? Hardly the beginning of a journey, more like the final leg of one. I am a little disappointed that Givas isn't sticking around. It feels like it could have been the show's answer to Earth Garen or Terra Phaser. Yeah, the interface is pretty alien looking, but it wouldn't be the first time in an Ultra series that an alien mecha has been modified for human use. That said, I think there's a decent chance that Givas will show up again before the series ends, probably to help Arc out of a pinch or the like. Oh, also, the injury that Ark received in the previous episode is reflected on Yuma. It's an old hat trick by now, pretty bog standard superhero secret identity stuff, but it's still cool to see. However, by far the best aspect of the episode is how narratively streamlined it is. It gets to the point of the episode fairly quickly, but in such a way that it has bearing on the characterization of the cast. Yuma ends the last episode lashing out at Ishido, and far from that feeling being carried into this episode, Yuma actually feels really bad about it almost instantly. Ishido, for his part, is quick to let the outburst pass, citing that they have a job to do. This resolution's really quick, but builds off their respective characters without explicitly forcing them to meet in the middle. Ishido's also evidently quite willing to deceive the GDF so that this skip branch can go about their goals. It's not highlighted as such, but this makes for a pretty clear rebuttal of Yuma's accusation from the episode previous that Ishido's merely a GDF member. It's good stuff.